Hello, and welcome back to the Better Boyfriend Method, episode 2. I'm Emma.
I'm Cass, and we're so excited you're here. Today we're going to go over the 2 things you are doing that are disappointing your girlfriend, your wife, your partner in bed, and how to fucking stop.
How to fucking stop. Don't you want to hear that?
Don't you want to know?
Everyone. Yes, absolutely. Because you know what? Nothing is worse than walking away from the bedroom and knowing that wasn't your best work.
No.
And we want to make even your quickies some of your best work. And there's really 2 main things that need to happen so that every single time you're intimate, it's a fucking party, no matter how quick or how long.
And that doesn't always mean a lot of effort. We love a little bit of lazy sex. It just means a little bit of effort, like in the forefront. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of planning, a little bit of thought. Maybe you have a bank that you can pull from. I don't mean a spank bank. I mean like a bank of ideas. So why don't we get into that? The first thing you want to incorporate, and we mentioned it in episode 1, is novelty. Novelty.
Novelty is not books. It could be, but it means things that are new. It means that you are bringing into the bedroom things that are not a part of your routine and you maybe haven't tried every single time that you're intimate. It is bringing like a newness, an excitement, a curiosity to the bedroom that you don't bring on your everyday. I think novelty can really take place in like initiation strategy. So how are you asking her to have sex? If every time you're on the couch, you bump her knee a little bit and you're like, hey, you in the mood? No, I'm not. And get a new fucking way to ask me because I don't feel valued or seen or appreciated in that moment. I feel like you got turned on by a commercial that just came on and now you want to go have sex. That does not feel like intention.
Exactly. And we talked about in last episode the difference between responsive and spontaneous desire. So a lot of women have something called responsive desire, which means they need more buildup before they are actually ready to have sex. They need something that their body can respond to, and then they can get in the mood. So asking wanna bang is probably going to be a fat no from somebody with responsive desire because they weren't thinking about sex originally. Even if you're like, I can get a hard on in a second. Okay, she can't. And that's okay. So that's an opportunity to try mentioning sex earlier in the day. Like, hey, like I would love to explore with you later tonight, or scheduling it.
Yes.
Scheduling sex is actually an incredible tool. It's not dry. It's not boring. Like it is a great way to allow people with responsive desire to build up what they need, and then flirting throughout the day. Foreplay can happen all day long. So you can also ask like, do you want to make out? No pressure to go further unless you want to. If you don't want to do all day, that's okay. Sometimes we're busy, but that's another way that you like drop a seed and you see how much it grows. There's no force. There's no like, we are immediately having sex. I'm going to raw dog you while you're dry. Like that's horrible for everyone.
It's really bad time. Yeah. I can't advocate enough for scheduling sex. And if I had a partner who had cared enough about our sex life and had heard me clearly to say like, I need more time to be turned on. And they said, okay, let's schedule a day. That would be so incredible and such a gift because like what is hotter than waking up one day and being like, I get to have sex today. And it's like, it's not right now, but it might be later. Or maybe you have like, even if you want to keep it more general, you give like a time frame and then it can be spontaneous. But if you're working with multiple types of desire, you really need to cater to it. And that's caring about someone. That's like appreciating the way that they experience pleasure and wanting to make sure that they are getting the most out of it. And I just like, nothing is disappointing when you can tell that your partner has put intention behind it. It is so incredible. It is such a gift when you feel that.
Absolutely. I don't need to orgasm, but I do need to feel like you care.
Yes.
I do need to orgasm, but you know what I mean? But if I'm not going
that's
to,
huge.
If you care and I know that you at least thought about it and considered me and how my body works and how my desire works, like that's a huge turn on.
Yeah.
And that's just like a good partner.
Yeah.
That's a better boyfriend.
That's a better boyfriend. Amen, sister friend.
Amen.
Novelty can also, I mean, obviously it folds into what you're actually doing in the bedroom. If you find you initiated in a new way, great, but then you go straight to what you've always done for the last 8 years.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so I know you did that to get me into bed and now I'm bored again. I mean, it really doesn't have to be that hard. Just what did we talk about in the last episode? Use your senses. Pick a different one. Every 5 times, or you're cycling back. So every time you have 5 different options for how you can start. And so maybe start with that, because that's a way to bring in novelty to the beginning of your intimacy in a way that like you're not expecting. Catch them off guard, you know?
Yeah. Put on some fun music. We're going to give you examples. We're going to lay it flat. I don't know.
We're going to lay it flat for you.
We're going to lay it flat for you. Put on some new music. Like light a candle. Use your mouth. Kiss different areas of their body. Go down on them. Like use your hands. Hand sex is a lost art. We also talked about that. What's the other sense? Look. I don't know. Put on some funky lights.
Put on some lingerie. Do something like as someone's partner, you can like wear the shirt they always like. You can put on the cologne. You can like actually take them on a date somewhere like visually aesthetic and pleasing. I think there's so much you can do with all of these senses. Just get creative.
Take care of the pile of laundry in the corner so that she's not looking at it.
Yeah, add a sixth
while you're
sense.
trying to stick her.
The brain power. Add that to like your senses. That is another thing that you can start with that brings novelty. And so then when you've set this like schedule, you can like, God, there's so much here. There's such a broader definition of sex that maybe you jump in with something like oral and then it's just focused on her. And it's like, that is probably new to your
That
routine.
could be the whole thing.
That could
like,
be the whole
thing. There is no P and V. There is just oral.
There's just oral.
Amazing.
And it can be reciprocal. And then it can also be 5 minutes. And that was amazing sex. And also it probably just feels like less pressure because sex doesn't always have to be this like, whole thing. It doesn't, I would love it for it not to be a whole thing every time I tried to initiate with a partner, because sometimes I don't want to spend 30 minutes and get really sweaty and have to shower and all of these things that come with prep. It's like, sometimes I just want to feel like you cared about me throughout the day. We get hot and turned on, and then we play around a little bit while we have 10 minutes. Like that, that is new. I'm sure that's a new concept for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I think that would be super, super hot.
Absolutely. And if you're still kind of struggling with the idea of novelty because sex has been this very particular way for you, it's P and V. There's a 1, 2, 3 that we go about. I want you to think about video games or working out. Those are 2 scenarios where if you are doing the same thing over and over and over again, you're going to get bored. It's not going to be fun. You're not going to get the results you want. I'm sorry if you're playing the same, I'm going to sound like an idiot, level in a video game over and over and over again. Don't you get fucking pissed off and you're like, when can we level up? Like, holy shit. Or if you're doing the same leg workout every single week, your body's going to be like, okay, give me something new. Like, I guess I could lift a little heavier, but is that really going to be that much more fun? Like, let's throw some split squats in there. My God.
That was such a good way to relate, Cass.
Thank you. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Yeah, it's the same thing everywhere in life. We want to incorporate intention and thought and novelty because it's fun, and the spark will never stay alive if you are just doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 every other week and initiating with wanna bang. Like, no,
sorry, I'm gonna be really, really disappointed. Every
incredibly.
Yeah. I think also another thing with bringing novelty in is we get a little scared of what's going to happen for doing this thing that like I've never really done before or we haven't practiced. So that's why we're huge proponents of containers. So containers are a set time that you and your partner have agreed on. It's not just you thought of a container and threw it on them. You guys have agreed that this is like experimental time. So whatever goes, like whatever happens, if you have some flubs, if it's a little embarrassing, like that's okay. This is container time. We're practicing. We're seeing if this is even something we'd want to bring into the novelty of our sex life. Like, is this even fun? Do you even like the sensation or being like using feathers or like candles or dim lighting or a blindfold? Like, do we even enjoy this type of sensation, first of all? And then it's not an act. Like, you don't have to pretend like this was a part of a plan. It doesn't have to be like, I set up this whole night for you. And then maybe like not knowing if they don't like it or not. So it's like, containers are huge for bringing safety to the novelty.
We're going to give you like a secret formula. You are going to ask your partner, What's something that she wants to try but hasn't yet? What's something she fantasizes about? She's going to say, give me something. Emma.
Handcuffs.
Okay, she's going to say handcuffs. Whatever she says. You say, okay, great. Do you maybe want to set aside some time tonight to just play around with the handcuffs and see how we like using them? Like, no pressure to like it, nothing. We don't have to do it for that long. We can set a timer for 15 minutes. How would you feel about that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Good. Fucking good.
That is so safe, thoughtful, and like hot.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need to be. That is all you need to be. So like, please use that formula and give your girl what she wants in bed.
Yeah.
My God.
My God.
My God.
You got so much information out of that conversation about what she could be curious about. You know, like what feels safe to her, the way that you can like talk to her about bringing new things into the bedroom. And then she probably learned a lot about you too in that conversation. Like, ooh, they see me. Ooh, they like want to be experimental with me. Ooh, they have curiosity about bringing new things into the bedroom. Ooh, they think about our sex life in more of a way that's not just like a spontaneous eruption of thoughts and horniness. It's like you are thinking about our intimacy. You're not thinking about having an orgasm. And that is very valuable.
Very valuable. And then let's take that handcuff example a little further. Okay. She says she's interested in handcuffs. That means she might also be interested in you holding her hands above her head. That means she might be interested in other types of bondage. That maybe means she likes pressure. That maybe means like there's all these different things that then you can ask to try or bring up to her that she's going to be like, oh my God, like how did you know that about me?
Yeah.
Like that sounds so fun.
It's a key to like the subconscious of like what else is behind there. Because sometimes we only know the most extreme version of an example, like handcuffs. But that is actually one of the more extreme versions of restraining and restraint. Yes. Because exactly like you said, it could just mean pressure around the wrist. It could just mean like maybe you have their arm wrapped around you and like you tell them to keep it there. Like, don't move it until I say, basically, you know, it's like there's other ways to practice these more advanced toys that bring so much to your sex life because there's so many ways to use concepts like restraint. It is insane. But you need to ask. You need to figure that out.
Yeah. And if your person tells you, like, I'm really interested in this, but you're like, I don't know what to do with that, comment it.
Yes.
Comment it. We will help you. We will help you. That's what we're here for.
We will literally reach out to you specifically.
Yes. So please let us know. You can also fill out like our little coaching form if you want to work through some stuff more one-on-one. But yeah. Okay. Let's get into number 2 before we lose anybody's attention.
Yes. Stay with us.
Stay with us.
This is probably one of the most important aspects to making sure that your partner is not walking away disappointed from the bedroom.
Yeah.
This is something I want all the fucking time, and it's aftercare.
It's aftercare. And you're like, that's so boring, or that's only for BDSM. No. What are you doing once you're done? Once you've gotten off and you are like, okay, sex is over. Are you rolling onto your side, facing your back to her? Are you checking your phone? Are you turning on the TV?
Yeah. Don't do that. You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm going to tell you. So I had casual sex. So this is an example for even if you're not in a relationship, just say that you're hooking up. I had amazing casual sex with some guy, and it was the first time we had sex. It was our second date. Like, this is a very casual fling. Great sex, great lead up. The second we were done, he rolled over, got his phone, and like went to the bathroom, walked out to the living room, started like picking up shit. And I'm like, you're a fucking stranger. And now I know that. Like, we had a really fun time. And I would have loved just like a little bit more at the end. So I don't feel like a fucking cheap date. Like, I'm great with casual sex. Let's fucking do it. But I'm still a human being, and I'm sitting here, and you have to acknowledge me. Like, you have to.
You're not a fucking glory hole.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Exactly. Aftercare is so important.
It's so important. Just, it doesn't have to be difficult either. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to draw her a bath and like do what you can. You can if that's what she wants, but establish some type of aftercare practice. Like, Ask what she needs. Does she still want touch? Does she want to cuddle? Does she want more kissing? Do you guys want to sit on the couch and eat some food together? Cover up in a blanket? Like, you idiot. It doesn't end just because you came.
Yeah, that is not the end. That is not how intimacy works. You don't just, like, a lot of the time, I think a lot of the time disappointment happens is because we think sex starts and ends with like the flip of a switch. And that's not what happens. If you want to be amazing in bed, if you want them to crave more, desire more from you, give them something to give a shit about. But if you are walking out of the room and like basically taking off this mask saying like that was a facade, who are they going to want? They're not going to want that again. That's horrible. And that's like
not
alienating.
Safe.
That's not safe.
It's not safe. It's not comforting. And especially, let's say you bring out the handcuffs or you are doing some type of restraint or you are exploring a fantasy with them and then you're like, okay, you go check your fucking Discord. I don't care what you're doing. Like, that's evil.
It's evil.
That is evil. That's so mean and rude. That person was vulnerable with you. They shared something that might be embarrassing for them that maybe they don't share with everyone. They thought you were safe enough to share and explore that with. And then you're going to prove that that's not the case if you are not investing in a little bit of aftercare. My God, give them 10, 20 more minutes of your time before you turn back into an asshole.
Yeah. Please
or never do that.
Or never do that. But
that's another option. But.
We hope that if you're here, you're not an asshole. And we hope that if you're here, you're willing to implement things that are going to bring your girlfriend so much more pleasure and want to have sex with you 10 times more because that's our fucking goal. We really are. If you have any questions, drop them below. Or you can fill out our coaching intake form if you'd rather work on something one-on-one and not talk about it publicly. We will reach out to you. We have free strategy sessions and we can just talk you through kind of what's going on and see if we're a good fit for you. But let us know. We can't help you if you don't communicate, my love bug. Let us know.
And neither can your partner, for the record. Your wife, girlfriend also cannot help you if you don't communicate.
Yeah.
None of us can. So use your words and we'll see you next week.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.